Rabbono Shalom, Lord of the universe, in awe and humility, I have come to stand before you to pray with your people Israel and on their behalf. Who is fit for such a task? Yet you are present to us whenever our voices rise in praise. In your great mercy, have compassion on me and on us all. Let my congregation not falter on my account, nor I on theirs. Guide the lips of those who lead your people in worship. Strengthen our faith and purify our thoughts. And let your love draw a veil over all our failings. So may our prayers ascend this day to the throne of your glory. We begin our service tonight with the lighting of candles to bring in the Yom Tov. The blessing is on page 248, and I'd like to call up Andrea and Neil Savage to light our festive candles.
Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotav, v'tzivanu lehadlik ner, shel Shabbat v'shel Yom HaKippurim. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, shehechianu v'kiyamanu v'higianu lazman hazeh.
We have now entered into Shabbat and Yom Kippur. If you are fasting these next 24-ish hours, please be mindful of what your body needs. If you are feeling weak, feeling sick, do not be afraid to break your fast. Take care of yourselves, drink some water, take your meds, lie down if you need to. That's more for tomorrow. Probably you'll get through tonight. But just, I'm going to say it now. I'm going to say it again a few more times tomorrow. Rabbi Lazar survived the death camps and returned to his hometown of Częstochowa, Poland. For years following the Shoah, he roamed the streets playing a hand organ. At regular intervals, amid the numerous tunes he played, he would intentionally play Kol Nidre. As he did so, he would look into the eyes of the children who walked by, looking for a hint of recognition. In this way, he was able to bring many children back into contact with their people. For us too, Kol Nidre is a moment of recognition, a sound that brings us back to our people. We're going to turn to page 251, and in just a moment, I'll ask you to rise for Kol Nidre and Or Zarua. Kol Nidre is a prayer that asks for sort of a preemptive forgiveness from God, that we know we will make more mistakes in the year to come, but many like the ones we made in this year that we are closing, that we will make promises we can't keep, that we will misstep. We're only human, it's bound to happen. And we're asking that God take note of the fact that we are only human and that these things will happen and forgive this. This is not to say that those promises are meaningless or that we don't do our best to do better in the year to come than we did in the year that's closing. That we be maybe a little bit more careful about which promises we make, more thoughtful about the ones we can really keep. Please rise if you are able and turn to page 251.
Or zaruach lat tzadik uyishrei lev simcha. Or zaruach lat tzadik uyishrei lev simcha. Or zaruach lat tzadik uyishrei lev simcha.
I'd like to call forward the Youngs, the Holtzlags, and the Mannies to help us take out our Torahs. In the sight of God and of the congregation, no matter how far some of us may have transgressed by departing from our people and our heritage, we pray as one on this night of repentance. Kol Nidre, a whisper of wings. As promises are remembered, saint and sinner alike communes with the Most High. We are at one. Heart of all life, from this day of atonement to the next, may we reach it in peace. All Israel makes these vows to turn from sin and wrongdoing and to walk in the way of your law, the path of justice and right. Yet we know our weakness, how prone we are to fail. Help us to keep these vows with contrite hearts. We have come to seek pardon and forgiveness. Our musicians. Let's read the English together on page 252. Let all our vows and oaths, all the promises we make, and the obligations we incur to you, O God, between this Yom Kippur and the next, be null and void, should we, after honest effort, find ourselves unable to fulfill them. Then may we be absolved of them.
Kol Nidre Vesarei Vecharamei Vekonamei Vechinuyei Vekinusei Ushavuot Din Darna Udeishtebana Udeacharimna Vedasarna Al Nafshatana Miyom Kippurim Zeh Ad Yom Kippurim Haba Aleinu Letova Kulhon Icharat Navehon Kulhon Yehon Sharan Shavitin Betelin Vutalin La Sharirin Vela Kayamin Nidrana La Nidre Vesarana Lesare Ushevuatana La Shevuot.
Knowingly or not, the whole community of Israel and all who live among them have sinned. Let them be forgiven. And the Lord said, I have pardoned in response to your plea.
Blessed is the Lord our God, ruler of the universe, for giving us life, for sustaining us, and for enabling us to reach this season.
We remain standing for the Baruch Hu.
Baruch Hu et Adonai HaMevorach. Baruch Adonai HaMevorach. Le'olam Vaed.
God, how can we know you? Where can we find you? You are as close to us as breathing, and yet you are farther than the farthest most star. You are as mysterious as the vast solitudes of night, yet as familiar to us as the light of the sun. To Moses you said, "You cannot see my face, but I will make all my goodness pass before you." Even so does your goodness pass before us in the realm of nature and in the varied experiences of our lives.
Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Baruch Shem Kivod Malchuto Le'olam Va'ed.
You may be seated.
Ve'ahavta et Adonai Elohecha b'chol levavcha u'b'chol nafshecha u'b'chol me'odecha v'hayu hadvarim ha'ele asher anochi mitzavecha hayom al levavecha v'shinatam levanecha v'dibarta bam v'shivtecha b'veitecha uvlachtecha b'derech uv'shachbecha uv'kumecha uv'shartam le'ot al yadecha v'hayu letotafot b'neinecha uchtavtam al mezuzot beitecha uv'isharecha Leman tizkeru ba'asitem et kol mitzvotai v'yitem kedoshim le'Elohechem ani Adonai Elohechem asher hotzeiti etchem me'eretz Mitzrayim liot lachem le'Elohim ani Adonai Elohechem.
We read responsively on page 256. True and enduring are the words spoken by our prophets.
You are the living God. Your word brings life and life to the soul.
You are the first and the last.
Besides you, there is no Redeemer or Savior.
You are the strength of our life, the power that saves us.
Your kingdom and your truth abide forever.
You have been the help of our people in time of trouble.
You are our refuge from all generations.
Your power was manifest when we went free from Egypt.
In every liberation from bondage we see it.
May your law of freedom rule the hearts of all your children.
And your law of justice unite them in friendship.
May the righteous of all nations rejoice in your love and triumph by your power.
O God, our refuge and our hope, we glorify your name now as they are people in ancient days.
Mi chamocha ba'elim Adonai, mi kamocha ne'edar ba'kodesh, norah tehilot oseh pele, malchutecha ra'u vanecha, bokei ayam lifnei Moshe, Ze'elianu ve'ameru, Adonai yimloch le'olam va'ed.
V'ne'emar ki v'ad Adonai ad Yaakov, u'ga'alo mi'ad chazak mimenu, baruch atah Adonai, Ga'al Yisrael. Page 258. Hashkiveinu Adonai Eloheinu leShalom v'hamidenu malkeinu lechaim. Hashkiveinu Adonai Eloheinu leShalom v'hamidenu malkeinu lechaim.
Hashkiveinu
Adonai Eloheinu leShalom v'hamidenu malkeinu lechaim. Ushmor tzeiteinu uvoeinu lechaim u'shalom me'ata ve'ad olam. Hashkiveinu Adonai Eloheinu leShalom v'hamidenu malkeinu lechaim.
V'shameru v'nei Yisrael et ha-Shabbat lasot et ha-Shabbat ledorotam berit olam Beini uvein b'nei Yisrael oti leolam. Beini uvein b'nei Yisrael oti leolam. Ki sheshet yamim asa Adonai et hashamayim ve'et haaretz u'bayom hashvi Shabbat vayinafash.
For on this day atonement shall be made for you, to purify you. You shall be cleansed from all your sins before the Lord.
Yitkadal ve'yitkadash Shemei Rabbah ve'alma divrach hirutei ve'yamlich malhutei v'chayechon uve'yomechon u'chaye dechol beit Yisrael ba'gala u'vizman kariv v'imeru amen. Yehei Shemei Rabbah mevarach le'alam u'lamei almaya Yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitromam v'yitnaseh v'yitadar v'yitaleh v'yitala Shemei dekudesha barichu La'ela min kol birchata v'shirata tushbechata v'nechemata Damiran ve'alma v'imeru amen.
On page 260, we come to the Amidah, our central portion of our evening prayer. If you are able, please rise. Adonai, Sefatai Tiftach, Ufi Yagita Hilatecha,
Ufi agita hilatecha. O God, open up my lips as I begin to pray. O God, open up my lips as I begin to pray. Adonai, Sifatai tiftach, Ufi agita hilatecha. Adonai, Sifatai tiftach, Ufi agita hilatecha. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu, v'Elohei Avotenu v'Imotenu, Elohei Abraham, Elohei Yitzchak, v'Elohei Yaakov, Elohei Sarah, Elohei Rivka, Elohei Rachel, v'Elohei Leah, Ha'el Hagadol, Hagibor v'Hanora, El Elyon, Gomel Chasadim Tovim, V'konei Hakol, V'zocher Chastei Avot v'Imahot, U'mevi Geula livnei v'neihem, L'man Shemo be'ahava, Zachreinu l'chaim, Melech hafetz b'chayim, V'chatveinu b'sefer hachayim, L'ma'anecha Elohim chayim, Melech ozer u'moshia u'magen, Baruch atah Adonai, Magen Avraham v'Ezrat Sarah. Ata gibor le'olam Adonai, Mechaye hakol atarav l'hoshia, Mechakel chayim bechesed, Mechaye hakol b'rachamim rabim, Somech noflim v'rofeh cholim, U'matir asurim, U'mekayem emunato l'shenei afar, Michamocha ba'al gevurot, U'mido melach, Melech meimit u'mechaye, U'matzmiach Yeshua, Michamocha av harachamim, Zocher yitzurav l'chayim b'rachamim, V'ne'eman atal hachayot hakol, Baruch atah Adonai, Mechaye hakol. Ata kadosh v'shimcha kadosh, u'kadoshim b'chol yom yahalelucha selah. Please be seated. We're on page 262 now in the English. Lord our God, let your presence be manifest to us in all your works, that reverence may fill the hearts of all your creatures. Make all your children mindful of your glory, that we may unite to do your will with a perfect heart. For yours are dominion and power, and the impress of your hand is upon all that you have made. Hasten the day that will bring gladness to all who dwell on earth, and victory of the Spirit to those who bear witness to your truth. You alone, O Lord, shall reign over all your works, as it is written. The Lord shall reign forever, your God, O Zion, from generation to generation.
Hallelujah. You are holy, awesome is your name. There is no God but you.
The Lord of hosts is exalted by justice. The holy God is sanctified by righteousness.
Baruch atah Adonai, melech hakadosh. Blessed is the Lord, the Holy King. We render thanks to you that you have called us to your service, to bring the knowledge of your word to the four corners of the earth. In this solemn hour, O God, we would draw near to you. May the observance of this Day of Atonement and this Shabbat help us to remember Israel's sacred heritage. Teach us to build our lives on the abiding foundations of your law. Open our eyes to the goodness of life and its sacred opportunities for service. Sanctify us with your mitzvot, and bring us near to your service, that way we may be worthy to proclaim your truth to all the world.
Satisfy us with your goodness, and gladden us with your salvation. Purify our hearts that we may serve you in truth. For you, O God, are truth, and your word endures forever. Blessed is the Lord who sanctifies the Sabbath, Israel, and the Day of Atonement.
Be gracious, O Lord our God, to your people Israel, and receive our prayers with love. Oh, may our worship always be acceptable to you. Fill us with the knowledge that you are near to all who seek you in truth. Pour out your Spirit upon us, and let our eyes behold your presence in our midst and in the midst of our people in Zion.
Blessed is the Lord, whose presence gives life to Zion and all Israel.
They said redemption would only come when no one's expecting it anymore. And one night they sat silent and awake at the thresholds of their stores and homes, and they didn't expect redemption. And when dawn rose, there were tears rolling down from all the rooftops. Baruch atah Adonai, hamachazir shechinato l'tzion. On the top of page 267, let's read together. We gratefully acknowledge, O Lord our God, that you are our creator and preserver, the rock of our life and our protecting shield. We give thanks to you for our lives which are in your hand, for our souls which are in your keeping, for your wondrous providence and your continuous goodness, for which you bestow upon us day by day. Truly, your mercies never fail, and your loving kindness never ceases. Therefore, do we forever put our trust in you. O God, let life abundant be the heritage of all the children of your covenant. Blessed is the eternal God, to whom our thanks are due.
Shalom Rav, Al Yisrael Amcha, Tasim Leolam. Shalom Rav, Al Yisrael Amcha, Tasim Leolam. Ki atahu melech Adon, lechol hashalom. Ki atahu melech Adon, lechol hashalom. Shalom Rav, Al Yisrael Amcha, Tasim Leolam.
Shalom Rav, Al Yisrael Amcha, Tasim Leolam. V'tov beinecha levarech et Amcha Yisrael, B'chol עת ובכל שעה, בשלומך. Shalom Rav, Al Yisrael Amcha, Tasim Leolam. Shalom Rav, Al Yisrael Amcha, Tasim Leolam. B'sefer Chaim beracha v'shalom u'farnasa tova nizacher v'nichatev lefanecha anachnu ve'olamcha beit Yisrael L'chaim tovim u'shalom. Baruch atah Adonai, oseh ha'shalom.
Amen. Turn our thoughts now to those who are ill and in need of healing. This book does not have our Misha Berach in it, so if you're familiar with the Debbie Friedman version, please sing nice and loudly. We are praying for healing tonight for Ricky Grant, Hans Volamecki, Edith King, Brian Snyder, Ellen Leon, Rhoda Wessler, Rosalind Cantu, John Kaur, Rhonda Butler, Deborah Sondak, Jeffrey and Jean Bracey, Sharon Buell, Diane King, Jean Walker, Gary Gentoff, Marian Finkel, Peter Winkler, David Deutsch, Mary Kennedy, Denise Logan, Nancy Kronig, Colleen Blaylock, David Nemero, Jennifer Goldberg Rosenbaum, Ivy Bells, Bernard Strassner, Karen Thompson, David Gilbert, Molly and Gail Garifo, Louis Perlman, Alec Levy, Dean Atchley, Ron Ely, Jeff Rubenstein, Apostle Thompson, and Ruth Brenner. And if anyone else has a name of someone that they are praying for tonight, please share it. Nothing says healing and atonement like a touchdown. Anyway, please join us in singing the Misha Berach, and we keep in our hearts all those who are in need of healing of mind, body, or spirit.
Misha Berach Avotenu Mekor Abraha Leimotenu. May the source of strength, who blessed the ones before us, help us find the courage to make our lives a blessing, and let us say, Amen. Misheberach imotenu mekor abraha lavotenu. Bless those in need of healing with refuah shlema, the renewal of body, the renewal of spirit, and let us say, Amen.
We also pray for those in our community who are active military service,
first responders, and peacekeepers, those around the world whose jobs are dangerous so that our lives might not be. We have on that list Oni Hinnanen, Joshua Ehrlichman, Martin Brown, Richard Rubino, Howard Mergler, Kyle Smet, Andrew Booth, Joseph Cald, Daniel and Bridget Stambowski, many members of the Nemero family, Pete Abelson, Jeremy Sharkey, Benjamin Hurd, Alexander Furman, Daniel Gilman, Curtis Miller, and Rob Apgar. May the one who blessed our fathers, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, and our mothers, Sarah, Rebecca, Leah, and Rachel, bless those who are serving in our armed services. May God guard them and keep them from harm. If they find themselves in dangerous path, may God bring them back whole of mind and body to all those who love them. May it be your will, Adonai Tzebaot, to lead them to safety and to protect them from each and every enemy and ambush. May God make their journey successful, guard their going out and coming in with mercy and love, and let them be blessed to return home with life and peace, now and forever. And let us say, Amen. We take a moment now for silent prayer. You might use the words on page 268 or the meditations of your own heart.
Yehi lirason imrefi lehegyon libi lefanecha Adonai tzuri Adonai tzuri
Please rise for our first vidui on page 269. Our God and God of our mothers and fathers, grant that our prayers may reach you. Do not be deaf to our pleas, for we are not so arrogant and stiff-necked as to say before you, Lord, our God and God of all ages, we are perfect and we have not sinned. Rather do we confess, we have gone astray, we have sinned, we have transgressed. You may be seated.
Ay 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 Ashamnu Ashamnu Bagadnu Bagadnu Gazalnu Gazalnu Dibarnu Dofi Dibarnu Dofi ay 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 He'evinu He'evinu Vehirshanu Vehirshanu Zadnu Zadnu Chamasnu Chamasnu Tafalnu Shaker Tafalnu Shaker ay 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 Ya'atznu Ra Ya'atznu Ra Kizavnu Kizavnu Latznu Latznu Maradnu Maradnu Niatznu Niatznu Sararnu Sararnu Avinu Avinu Pashanu Pashanu Sararnu
Sararnu,
Kishinu Oref.
Kishinu Oref.
Ay, 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 ay. Rashanu.
Rashanu,
Shichatnu.
Shichatnu,
Tiavnu.
Tiavnu,
Tainu.
Tainu,
Titanu.
Titanu.
Ay, 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 ay.
We continue in the English. We all have committed offenses. Together we confess these human sins. Some of us kept grudges, were lustful, malicious, or narrow-minded. There was violence, weakness of will, and xenophobia. We have turned aside from your commandments and from your precepts, and it has not availed us. You are just, whatever befalls us. You call us to righteousness, but we bring evil upon ourselves. What can we say before you, who dwell on high? What shall we plead before you, enthroned beyond the stars? Are not all things known to you, both the mysteries of eternity and the dark secrets of all that live? You search the innermost chambers of the heart and probe the deep recesses of the soul. Nothing is concealed from your sight.
Now may it be your will, O Lord God of all generations, to forgive all our sins, to pardon all our wrongdoings, and to blot out all our transgressions.
Al chechatanu lefanecha be'ones uvratzon.
The sin we have committed against you under duress or by choice.
Al chechatanu lefanecha bezadon uvishkaga.
The sin we have committed against you consciously or unconsciously.
Al chechatanu lefanecha bagalui uvasater.
And the sin we have committed against you openly or secretly.
Al chechatanu lefanecha beharhor halev.
The sin we have committed against you in our thoughts.
Al chechatanu lefanecha b'dibor peh.
The sin we have committed against you with our words.
Al chechatanu lefanecha b'chozek yad.
And the sin we have committed against you by the abuse of power. Ve'al kulam Eloha salichot selach lanu mechal lanu kaper lanu Ve'al kulam Eloha salichot selach lanu mechal lanu selach lanu mechal lanu kaper lanu.
For all these sins, O God of mercy, forgive us, pardon us, grant us atonement. Al chechatanu lefanecha be'imutz halev.
The sin we have committed against you by hardening our hearts.
Al chechatanu lefanecha bechilul Hashem.
The sin we have committed against you by profaning your name.
Al chechatanu lefanecha bezilzul horim umorim.
And the sin we have committed against you by disrespect for parents and teachers.
Al chechatanu lefanecha bilshon hara.
The sin we have committed against you by speaking slander.
Al chechatanu lefanecha b'maseh uvmatan.
the sin we have committed against you by dishonesty in our work.
Al chet shechatanu lefanecha v'hona'at ureya.
And the sin we have committed against you by hurting others in other ways. Ve'al kulam Eloha salichot selach lanu mechal lanu kaper lanu. Ve'al kulam Eloha salichot selach lanu mechal lanu, selach lanu mechal lanu, kaper lanu.
For all these sins, O God of mercy, forgive us, pardon us, grant us atonement. We continue on the bottom of page 273. Out of the depths I call to you, O Lord. Lord, listen to my cry. Let your ear be attentive to my plea for mercy. But yours is the power to forgive, and therefore you are held in awe. I am more eager for the Lord than watchers for the morning, as they keep vigil for the dawn. O Israel, hope in the Lord, for with the Lord is steadfast love and great power to set us free. Page 278. Our God and God of all generations, may the sense of your presence never leave us. May it keep us ever faithful to your covenant, make us responsive to your teaching, that we may walk in your ways, fill our souls with awe and our hearts with love, that we may return to you in truth and with all our being. Will you hear my voice, you who are far from me? Will you hear my voice wherever you are? A voice calling aloud, a voice silently weeping, endlessly demanding a blessing. This busy world is vast, its ways are many. Paths meet for a moment, then part forever. We go on searching, but our feet stumble. We cannot find that which we have lost. Perhaps my last day is already drawing near. Drawing close are the tears of parting. I will wait for you till my days flicker out, like Rachel waiting for her beloved.
Ki anu amecha ve'ata malkeinu, anu vanecha ve'ata avinu. Anu nachalatecha ve'ata goraleinu. Anu tzonecha ve'ata roeinu. Anu karmecha ve'ata nodreinu. Anu rayatecha ve'ata dodeinu.
On page 280, we're going to read in the English. I'd like to call up Sherry Walter and Colleen Blaylock and the Rosenblatt family to open the ark for us, for Avinu Malkeinu. If you are able, please rise. Our Father, our King, hear our prayer. Our Father, our King, let the gates of heaven be open to our plea.
Our Father, our King, let this be an hour of compassion and favor. Our Father, our King, give strength to your people Israel. Our Father, our King, remember those slain for the love of your name. Our Father, our King, remember those who went through fire and water for your sake. Our Father, our King, be mindful of us and help us. Our Father, our King, inscribe us in the book of forgiveness. Our Father, our King, inscribe us for blessing in the book of life. Our Father, our King, inscribe us in the book of deliverance and redemption. Our Father, our King, be gracious and answer us, for we have little merit. Treat us generously and with kindness, and be our help.
Avinu Malkeinu, Chanenu V'anenu. Avinu Malkeinu, Chanenu V'anenu, Ki Banu Masim. Aseh Imanu, Tzedaka V'Chesed. Aseh Imanu, Tzedaka V'Chesed, V'Hoshienu. Avinu Malkeinu, Chanenu V'anenu. Avinu Malkeinu, Chanenu V'anenu, Ki ein banu masim. Aseh Imanu, Tzedaka V'Chesed. Aseh Imanu, Tzedaka V'Chesed, V'Hoshienu.
You may be seated. Good Yantif. I hope everyone is having a safe and meaningful fast so far. I know I'm already starting to feel a little dry. I hope these next 24 hours or so bring you peace, a cleansed soul, a satisfied spirit. It's so good to see our sanctuary so full tonight. I spend a lot of time every year as Yom Kippur rolls near, thinking about the way that it tugs at the hearts and souls of even some of the most unobservant Jews. Every year I think about those who never attend a Shabbat service or observe Jewish law in their homes, not with judgment, but just I think about those who come for this service only, or who fast in their own homes and don't come. Nothing feels as quintessentially Jewish to me as the ending of the original Jazz Singer when Al Jolson's character is torn between following his dream of performing in his jazz show, which happens to be scheduled on Erev Yom Kippur, or following his family and heritage and singing Kol Nidre in the place of his ailing father. He ultimately chooses the latter, and he goes to his father's synagogue and sings Kol Nidre, missing his big break, but he does still manage to salvage his career, and it's a happy ending in the end. He can have it all. How many of us constantly feel torn between the demands of secular life, dictated by Christian hegemony in the United States, and our spiritual desires? How often do we choose the former out of convenience or because we simply feel we have no choice? How could we better find the balance between the two? Can we too have it all? These questions, among others, were raised for me and my fellow social justice-minded, observant Jewish friends when news broke of a march for racial justice happening tomorrow. The main march is happening here in DC tomorrow, though other sister marches have been planned in other cities around the country. Once the organizers learned that September 30th is Yom Kippur this year, and that they had hurt many, many people who would otherwise have supported and attended this march, they sought to ensure that at least some of the sister marches could occur on other dates. And I have many friends who will be marching in New York on Sunday. But so much had already been planned for the flagship march, and the protest permit calendar here in DC fills up so quickly that there was really no option to move the DC march. So tomorrow, while we are all praying, fasting, and cleansing our souls here, presumably thousands, many people, will be marching through the streets of our nearest major city, demanding greater racial equality in this country of freedom. Obviously, this oversight was, as I said, very hurtful to many Jews who would have otherwise attended such a march. And some people let their anger overtake them. They lashed out, and they were completely unforgiving, ironically about something scheduled on the day of forgiveness. And I understand that feeling, though. So often, our holidays are overlooked and dismissed. Our employers or teachers refuse to allow for absences or extensions, and they excuse this violation of anti-discrimination laws with flippant, "Oh, but you have so many, I can't keep track," kind of comments. So when even other interfaith, social justice-minded groups who claim to be about liberation for all of us behave in this manner, it's kind of heartbreaking. However, some folks were able to rise above that feeling. Directors of Jewish social justice organizations and prominent Black Jews reached out to the March for Racial Justice organizers and discussed the matter. As a result, the march organizers released a statement that really communicated heartfelt teshuvah. It was an honest apology, an explanation for why the DC march could not be changed, but an assurance that sister marches would be more accessible for Jewish participants, and a promise that they would never make such a mistake again. It included a commitment to work together and an acknowledgement that wedges between Black and Jewish communities only serves white supremacy and erases the experiences of Black Jews. And it explained in part why September 30th had been chosen in the first place. Now, I don't fully live my life by the Jewish calendar, and I'm guessing none of you do either. What I mean by that is, I know that Yom Kippur is always the 10th of Tishrei, but if you ask me in May, when is Yom Kippur, and I tell you the 10th of Tishrei, you're going to ask me again, when is that? And I'll have to look at a calendar. Usually around May is when I do look at the calendar for the fall holidays. So it's not always September 30th, and this is part of what I mean about the tension between the American life and the Jewish life. We have two different calendars that we have to juggle. And if even I have to double check when it falls, it's not super reasonable to expect that non-Jews will immediately know when it's going to fall. Of course, as I always say, Google is free, and almost all calendars now do have Jewish holidays on them, and Yom Kippur is always mid-fall. It's this time of year. So I've certainly been frustrated at non-Jews' seeming inability to check these things before scheduling major events before. But September 30th, on the other hand, is always the anniversary of the Elaine Massacre. On September 30th, 1919, approximately 100 Black sharecroppers gathered in a church in Elaine, Arkansas, to discuss plans for demanding fairer pay for their labor and their cotton. During the meeting, a car full of white men pulled up to antagonize the Black guards that had been posted in front of the church. Their fight drew the attention of local police officers. No one knows who shot first, but a shootout erupted in front of the church, and one white deputy was killed. In response, the next morning, the county sheriff sent out a troop to investigate the violence. Although the vast majority of the residents of Elaine were nonviolent, many weren't even at the meeting, and those that were just wanted equal rights to assemble and fair working conditions. The sheriff categorized the events of the evening before as an insurrection, and the U.S. Department of War sent actual soldiers to help the local police kill civilians in the town. Given the year, exact numbers weren't recorded in perfect detail, but reports at the time estimate around 200 African Americans were killed, including men, women, and children. An approximately equal number of Black men were also arrested as conspirators and accomplices for this so-called insurrection. Some were sentenced to death, some were sentenced to 20 years in prison, some of those sentences were carried out, many were overturned. All of the juries were exclusively white and were praised for restraining themselves, for not lynching the men themselves. So for almost 100 years, this date, September 30th, tomorrow, has remained constant on the American calendar as the date of an act of large-scale racist violence. And I did not know this until this conflict with Yom Kippur occurred this year. This is why the March for Racial Justice was set for this day. We can feel disappointed that none of the organizers thought to check a calendar or the internet, knowing that our holy days are always this time of year. But if we are to feel ire at them for that, we must also feel contrite for our own ignorance. We can take this opportunity to learn about this and other such important dates. There are so many lynchings and acts of violence in our nation's history, so much to teshuva to still do, and we don't even know about so much of it. Toward the end of their apology letter, the march organizers state, "We are marching in solidarity with our Jewish brothers and sisters who are observing the holiest day of the Jewish calendar. Holding fast to Jewish tradition is also an act of resistance in the face of growing anti-Semitism. We recognize and lift up the intersection of anti-Semitism and racism perpetuated by white supremacists, and we recognize the need for all of us to work together. As Jews, we must also recognize this intersection and be willing to acknowledge our own similar missteps. As we approach this final stretch of the days of awe, I know I will be thinking about how my teshuva can make me a better ally to other oppressed groups, and how, as a Jewish leader, I can advocate strongly, but with sensitivity, that other oppressed groups be better allies for us as well. I encourage you to think on all that as well. Where are the gaps in your knowledge of America's racial injustices, and what can you do to make up for them? Where have you let injustice against yourself or another slide because you just weren't sure how to speak up? Where have you exacerbated a difficult situation because you let your anger cloud your sensitivity? How can we balance our Judaism and our responsibility toward others? They aren't easy questions to ask, and there are no easy answers. But it's Yom Kippur. It's time for that difficult and painful introspection. May your final hours of teshuvah be meaningful and thorough, and your year ahead be one of sweet coexisting. Amen. And Gemar Chatima Tova, may you be sealed for goodness in the book of life.
So when the rabbi sent me her sermon for tonight, the song that I chose, just as I read it, just kept popping in my head. Imagine there's no heaven. It's easy if you try. No hell below us. Above us only sky. Imagine all the people countries. It isn't hard to do. Nothing to kill or die for, and no religion too. Imagine all the people living life in peace. You may say I'm a dreamer, but I'm not the only one. I hope someday you'll join us, and the world will be as one. Imagine no possessions. I wonder if you can. No need for greed or hunger. A brotherhood of man. Imagine all the people sharing all the world. You may say I'm a dreamer, but I'm not the only one. I hope someday you'll join us, and the world will live as one.
We are turning now toward our concluding prayers. Aleinu is on page 282. I'd like to invite Philip out of the sound room to come open the ark for us. And if you are able, please rise.
Aleinu l'shabeach l'adon hakol, l'ateit gedula leotzer breshit, shehuno teshamayim liyoser haaretz, umoshav yikaro bashamayim mima'al, u'shchina uzo b'kopei meromim, hu Eloheinu einod, va'anachnu korim, umishtachavim umodim, lifnei melech malchei hamlachim, hakadosh baruch hu. V'nemar v'haya Adonai lamelech al kol haaretz, bayom hahu yeh Adonai echad. Ushemo echad.
You may be seated. Birth is a beginning, and death a destination, and life is a journey. From childhood to maturity, and youth to age, from innocence to awareness, and ignorance to knowing, from foolishness to discretion, and then perhaps to wisdom, from weakness to strength, or strength to weakness, and often back again. From health to sickness, and back we pray to health. From offense to forgiveness, from loneliness to love, from joy to gratitude, from pain to compassion, and grief to understanding. From fear to faith, from defeat to defeat to defeat. Until looking backward or ahead, we see that victory lies not at some high place along the way, but in having made the journey, stage by stage. A sacred pilgrimage. Birth is a beginning, and death a destination, and life is a journey, a sacred pilgrimage to life everlasting. We turn our thoughts now to those who are no longer among us. We are marking yahrzeit this week for Joseph Siegel, Jane Ruth Grant, Abraham Kaufman, and Ralph Bass. And we are within the year of mourning for Nick Ralston, Elise Gibson, Norma Porter, Heather Heyer, Philip Brenner, Jackson Hunter, Susan Anderson, Thelma Oventhal, Carl Weissman, John Leal, Audrey Prince, Dorothy Bass, Hinda Mursky, and Rose Nemero. If anyone else has a name of someone they're thinking of at this time, please share it with us. Kaddish Yatom is on page 284. Please rise if it is your custom. Yitkadal v'yitkada shemei rabba be'alma divrach yerute v'amlich malchute v'chayechon uv'yomechon uv'chayet echol beit Yisrael v'agala uv'izman kariv v'imru amen. Yehi shmei rabba mevarach le'alam u'almei amaya. Yitparach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitromam v'yitnaseh v'yithadar v'yit'aleh v'yithalal shemei tikudasha barichu. Le'ela min kol birchata v'shirata tush b'chata v'nechemata da'amiran be'alma v'imru amen. Yehi shlama rabba min shemaya v'chayim aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael v'imru amen. Oseh shalom bimromav, hu ya'aseh shalom, aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael v'imru amen. You may be seated. Oseh shalom bimromav, hu ya'aseh shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael v'imru amen. Yaseh shalom, shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael. 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 V'imru. At this time, I'll call up Jillian Perry for some announcements.
Good Yontiv and Shabbat Shalom, everyone. I was going to just do announcements, but I wanted to take an opportunity to share something that I've shared with some of my board members, not all of them, and past president. I wanted to take this opportunity to share it with you. We left Rosh Hashanah services last week and went to Tashlik, and we went our separate ways, and I went to lunch and received a fantastic email from one of our board members. Last year we made an announcement up here about wanting to raise money for a camera, and due to some fantastic people, we were able to raise the money to do that. And we were able to broadcast our services every Friday night on YouTube to our own channel. This has been a great thing for congregants that have been home and can't drive at night. This has been a great thing for congregants that are unable to, either in a hospital or sick, but it's also been a resource for our military community. Due to one of our board members, he got it out to our military, especially to our Navy ships at sea, and we've since got feedback from them that we've helped bring Judaism to them. So we received an email, and I wasn't sure if I was going to share it tonight until I watched a video on Facebook, go figure, about forgiveness from a Holocaust survivor. And as I listened to the Nidre tonight, I had to share and remind you what a great community you have, because I could imagine surviving the Holocaust and going to my first High Holy Day services with my community and being able to pray together without persecution. And I imagine the military members that don't have that opportunity to pray with the community. So the email that we received, I'm going to cut some of it out because it was a personal email to a friend. But Harry, as you know, we are underway in harm's way. Our CO, along with our chaps, who knows that Ner Shalom is recording services, thought that it would be great if they opened up the hangar bay for all non-watchstanders who wish to view the Rosh Hashanah service. Harry, I have seen Christmas services that pack the community areas aboard ship, but I have not seen anything like this. As you are familiar with the air crews, we sail with as many as 5,700 sailors. We must have had 1,000 or better watching the service. Mind you, our Jewish population is maybe total of 65 or 70 sailors. Harry, you have known and mentored me since I was a young QM2. Fleet told me you were the PR person behind this initiative. I think it is fantastic. And knowing you as I do, I am not surprised. I will also let you know that the CO, chaps, the Marine OIC, and the Squadron CMCs have let their counterparts know about this venture, and I am sure you there were many more Navy and Marine units signing on. Please pass to your rabbi and cantor the service was inspiring and needed. Please let your president know that her speech touched many hearts. And I will let the rest go. I just wanted you to know what community you're a part of, and that you shared one of the greatest gifts with our military, and that is the gift of their spirituality, their religion, and bringing that to them. So I wanted to thank all of you for that. On to announcements. I know you're looking forward to it. So this will be slightly elongated just because I got a captive audience tonight. For those of you who have not gone on to Shul Cloud and renewed, please do renew, and that goes for Sisterhood members too. They're looking for Sisterhood renewals. For Amanda, Tot Shabbat's back in October, because she's got a tot, and it's been a lot of fun. I think we got a pretty packed house for Tot Shabbats. And I am going to plea, I'm not going to get on my knees here, but I am going to plea. I know people out here love doing yard work and sanding and various other things. This is just like your home. It is your home. We need your help. We're working on the playset and trying to sand that down to try to get it safe for the kids again. I think we will be working this Sunday morning. If anybody's got some gumption and wants to come out and join us, it's a lot of fun, and a lot of fun to get dirty. So, and if you can't make it Sunday, but you're interested in just being aware of when we go out and do different yard work things, we do have a Facebook group that we notify when we're doing something. And if you want to be a member on that, we can add you. You don't have to put your input in. It just gives you an opportunity to know when we're out there and if you want to join. Oh, this is my favorite subject. Sweatshirts are back. It's back on Facebook, and we're going to be putting it on the website. It's going to be running, I think, for another 17, 18 days. I know it seems crazy, but we've done sweatshirt campaigns the last few years. There are still people in this county that come up to us and say, I didn't know there was a temple here. And we all know this, that we've been here for 20 years, 22 years, and the congregation longer. This is an opportunity now to let people know where we are and help build our congregation and share the love that we found with each other. So the sweatshirts come in different styles. It's got the pictures on Facebook. Please check it out. All proceeds, this is a booster program, so all proceeds that are raised through that and any additional donations are going to the fund to repair our Torahs. So this is a good thing if you purchase. You don't even, and that's for people on the camera, you don't have to live here. We welcome anyone to wear the sweatshirts. I know Connecticut's got quite a few Ner Shalom things. So next we have the CNS Portrait Photography Fundraiser, and that's Terry Krebs, one of our own congregants, is holding a sitting, 2 days of sittings for portraits. It is a donate what you can. There's no set costs. This is October 14th and 15th. The 30-minute appointments from 9 to 4. Pretty much the links are everywhere, but if you want the link or you can't find the link for the Sign Up Genius, come see me. I will make sure you sign up. It's a great opportunity. We once had really great portraits done. I might have been a little smaller than I am now and had longer hair, but it's an opportunity for us to get those again. Sisterhood, October 8th, 2 p.m., Lilith Sloan calling out her name, the paradox of public versus personal prayer. November 19th, members-only dinner and show at Riverside Dinner Theater, and December 2nd, a wine party. Also, I was asked to share this. Lisa Graham's mother, Norma, passed away, and some of our older congregants may remember her. Burial will be in Massachusetts, but if you would like to make a donation, she asked donations can be made to Alzheimer's Foundation of America or Congregation Ner Shalom, earmarked for the Torah Fund. I know I'm missing something else. I see you, Heidi. Break fast. It is not too late. Tomorrow we'll be doing break fast here at the temple with some fantastic food. I hope to see you all there, but go ahead and onto the website. There's a sign up, it just gives us head count, so we have enough food for everyone. And anything else from anybody? No? Shabbat Shalom. Thank you, everyone.
Our closing prayer tonight will be Yigdal on page 286.
We'll sing the first two paragraphs in English and then the last two lines in Hebrew. We praise the living God, forever praise your name, who was and is to be forever the same. The one eternal God before our world appears, and there can be no end of time beyond God's years. Without a form is God, nor can we comprehend the measure of your love for us without end. For God is Lord of all, creation speaks your praise. The human race and all that grows your will obey. Chaye olam nata betochenu, baruch adei ad shem tehilato. Chaye olam nata betochenu, baruch adei ad shem tehilato.
Gemar Chatima Tova. May you have a good evening, a safe fast, and I hope I'll see you tomorrow.